Let's discover what's the key to a cleaner destiny. Let's talk biomass today.
Okay, so get this, right? What if I told you there's this kind of energy revolution going on, but instead of like, I don't know, giant solar farms or something, it's all about like small burners. Yeah, and this isn't some like far off thing. This is happening right now over in Pakistan, and it could actually like really impact things over here too.
Interesting.
So Pakistan's been dealing with some energy issues, right? Like costs for imports, like LPG are going up.
Yeah.
And their natural gas, those reserves are shrinking.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Not good for industries over there.
Exactly. Huge problem. But here's where it gets kind of cool. There's this company, Rocket Choolha, and they're like, hey, we've got this figured out.
Really?
Yeah. And their solution is, get this, wood pellets.
Wood pellets. Okay, so
Yeah.
break this down for me.
Basically, right, they're turning to wood pellets to kind of get around these problems.
I see.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's pretty interesting that they're using something that basic, turning wood pellets into a real alternative to those expensive imports and dwindling gas.
It's kind of brilliant when you think about it.
It is. And you know what else is interesting? This whole wood pellet market in Pakistan is blowing up, like really growing fast. And here's the thing, it's happening organically. No big government push or anything.
That's huge, right? It's like supply and demand, but for a good cause. It shows how much people actually want this. What do you think is behind that demand?
It proves something really important. Sometimes the very best solutions, they don't come from like some big government program, It comes from people out of necessity. Local ingenuity, this Rocket Choolha, it's a great example.
It's like they say necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
And speaking of invention, this isn't just limited to one industry, right? We're talking about food processing, restaurants, bakeries, ceramics, even pharmaceuticals, all using these small burners. Why do you think it's catching on in so many different places?
Because it's adaptable. These small burners are like pretty simple, so it's not hard to add them into existing systems, and they just work, a good steady source of heat. And that's important for a lot of different industries and processes.
Absolutely. Think about it. You're a food processing plant.
Okay.
Costs are through the roof. You need to find a way to keep going, and then boom, there's this solution using a local renewable resource. It's a game changer.
Totally.
Yeah.
Good for business, good for the environment. It's like a win-win-win.
Exactly. Everyone wins. So what do you think this means for everyone listening? Because a lot of us are dealing with these same energy problems. I think the big takeaway here is that even when we're talking about like huge, complicated energy issues, small, local solutions can make a real difference, like a ripple effect,
Yeah, it's inspiring. It makes you wonder, could this be a model for other places too? Can they take this idea of local sustainable energy and make it work for them? I think it's possible, for sure. Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about.